So in this episode of Locally Owned, we're going to be interviewing Uno Gelato. The story of this specific gelato and small business for Locally Owned is perfect because they're two different gentlemen from two different parts of the world combining together to make something that brings everybody together, and that is what they like to call gelato, frozen dessert. Now, what I want to do is I want to go and let's meet Andreas because they have an absolute passion for what they've done, how they've been able to go from not knowing anything in this space to learning to now building what is Uno Gelato. They went from nobody 2 years ago to 3 locations in 2 years and now even teaching people how to do exactly what they do. So let's go and start this episode because I'm extremely excited because it's going to be a sweet one. As you guys heard outside, two unique backgrounds that have come together to open, what brings everybody together. In my personal opinion, that's what most people would consider ice cream. But this is under the category or niche of frozen desserts. And we're gonna kind of go into that because we're gonna get them to kind of educate us. And maybe let's just open with it. Tell us the difference between what differentiates gelato to ice cream.
Gelato is something more an artisanal approach.
Okay.
That is from Italy, which cares about ingredients and what it goes there. So ice cream, as we all know, is made with cream, right? So the fat content is greater, it's about 35%. So gelato, on the other hand, we made it with milk. So the fat percentage is around between 7 to 11%.
Okay, so
the people
considerably less.
So less fat. So if people want to have 3 cups of gelato, they can have it, no problem. Okay, don't feel guilty. Okay.
Less calories.
Less calories.
Less calories. Yeah.
Another big difference is the flavoring that goes inside. Usually in the ice cream industry, they put fake flavoring.
Right.
That's why they have these flavors like bubble gum, cotton candy, all of this. Even if they use orange or mango, it probably will be like something fake.
Yeah.
Right? Gelato is something that is Italian, so as Italian they care about what goes inside the food.
Correct.
Right? So gelato made in the proper way, it has to make with the raw ingredient, right?
Right.
Real fruits, in season, real nuts, local means, everything.
So it's a lot more, and if anybody understands, like anything really Italian or the culture of it, Italy is like everything is, they take so much pride into what they put into.
Exactly.
They try and keep it small, but they want to be able to serve a lot of people, that home feel, family kind of culture, going down that road. And that's what gelato versus ice cream, because ice cream is mass produced, gelato takes a lot of time, and you guys are going to get to see their lab and closer to the end of the video and kind of the stuff they go into. Now, the one thing that most people probably don't understand or get confused by all the time is you got gelato and then you got sorbet.
Okay, so that's another big difference. So gelato is usually the one that is made with milk.
Right.
Right? Milk, you can use cow milk. We use sometimes here buffalo milk.
Buffalo,
Right? We can use cashew milk, any type of milk. Sorbeto is something that's dairy free.
Yeah.
So it's usually water, sugar, and fruit.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. Ice cream usually is eaten minus 18 degrees, right? Usually get a brain freeze right away. Right? Gelato is usually best served minus 12, minus 13.
Okay.
This is very important because your tongue is not gonna freeze and you're gonna be able to
not get the brain freeze either.
Exactly, and you're gonna be able to try the gelato, the flavor right away.
You can get the taste quickly.
Yeah, you taste, you're enjoying it more than you're worried about freezing your mouth.
So that's the main difference. Obviously, we can talk a lot, and we're gonna find different.
And we'll find out a little bit more about that after that. So now let's come back to the business side. So 2 years, you guys have been in business here in Vancouver, and 2 years, 3 locations. Tell us how that happened.
Well, as I told you, we got this amazing group of investors that is backing us up.
Yeah.
And when we started the project, one thing that we wanted to do is to take the market.
Yeah.
Right? We're just not making this to have one store in Vancouver, right? Our final goal is to spread across Canada, at some point across the States, and at some point across the globe, right? That's why we had an aggressive approach when we start opening this store, right?
Yeah.
Because we want our brand to be known.
Okay.
We want our product to be, on the people's mouth.
Yeah.
Right? So we want them to know us, and when they have our product, they know that it's getting a real experience and they're getting special product, right? They can taste the real ingredients in there.
No matter what, you can literally, if someone comes in here, they know they're coming for a good flavored dessert, a frozen dessert.
Exactly.
They're not just walking into, a Save On Foods or a Safeway and buying a bucket for whatever reason. It's a completely different context.
And it's amazing, like how in 2 years, we know as business people, we know that usually a business struggle the first 3 years to get well known with one store.
Yeah.
Right? So us going into a huge approach.
Yeah.
Having 3 stores. We're having 4 stores at some point because we had to shut down the one in YVR because of COVID in the airport.
No one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming, so we had to shut it down for now.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to tackle hard the market and get our word there.
Yeah. So one thing that I love that you guys, the one word that you said is in the mindset that you guys have behind launching this business, because 2 years, 3 locations, and you said you wanted to go aggressively.
Yeah.
Most people, when they get into business, they kind of go like, let me just start and kind of see and figure out what happens. They don't want to just take it and then run with it. But the issue is most people don't realize that you guys, I think, automatically noticed, or I'm guessing, saw that you have one chance. Really, you have one opportunity to kind of make this go as hard as you can go. And you guys went and did that pretty quickly. Yeah, you had a bit of a slowdown. It's not a complete stop with the YVR location. That'll open back up hopefully next year by summer or spring of next year.
Hopefully.
But you guys are still continually wanting to push aggressively.
Exactly. So that's as I say to everyone that have worked with me, on my friends and everything, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Right? So from us, especially that we are immigrants, right?
Yeah.
This is the time when you say, okay, we're gonna do something, let's do it big, right?
Yeah.
So we had a special moment, and we were lucky to get involved with some people that our partners, that they are very specialized in what they do.
Right.
Yeah, we have a good CEO, we have our investors, they all like really, really, really good on what they do.
They understand
We have our
it.
marketing team.
Yeah.
So we are well prepared. They have us, which will be in around the industry for more than 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So we know what we're doing, right? And so this is the time.
You bring the expertise from what is Uno Gelato, they bring the expertise to build the business.
Exactly.
That's what it kind of comes down to.
Exactly.
Now, most people when they get into business, they have an idea, right? Like you guys had an idea. Let's do this. You guys are fortunate enough to have some pretty amazing investors, from what it sounds like, and you guys started. So right from the beginning, did you guys right away knew? We're opening this one in August. We want to open this one, the Vancouver location next, and then the False Creek location after that? Or kind of what was the plan? Or did it kind of like, let's open one and then figure it out? Or did you guys already have it all planned out? How did that work?
The first year was kind of the 3 at the moment, the 3 at the same time, but it wasn't as we thought it, right?
Yeah.
Like it was a working process, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we need to launch it,
Yeah.
put it there,
Yeah.
right? Then the second summer, we work it out, we make it look as we want it to do.
Yeah.
We work all the process and let's go. Then also that summer, we work and we open also the fourth one that was the Vancouver, the YVR, right?
Yeah.
And also we were having a partnership with the Westin Hotel.
Okay.
So we were having one of those cars that you saw outside.
Yeah.
They were having it in the lobby, so they were a partner.
Yeah.
So in last summer, we were at a moment that we were having 5 locations.
Wow.
You just see it in that perspective.
The Westin Hotel, you had the
Westin,
one.
YVR, and the other 3 locations. So we were going hard.
Yeah.
Hard as what we want to.
Okay.
And it will be coming more. And now we got the structure, now we got what we want, the idea, so we're working on it.
So now let's transition a little bit. So we all really didn't see COVID happening, right? So you guys have faced 2 definite challenges. One, you're a summer product, majority of the time, spring and summer product, seasonally. And then you ran into your first one, you opened at the end of summer, and then you went into your winter season. So what made you transition at that time from teaching people, from going from serving gelato to teaching people how to make gelato?
Well, actually, that was on the second winter season.
So it was last year?
Last year that we did it.
Okay.
So yes, as we know, our business, especially here in Canada, is very seasonal.
Yeah.
So we have a short period of time.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop us to be creative, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Usually in winter time, we have the opportunity to create new flavors, test new recipes.
Yeah.
And then we decided, say, okay, we have a lot of people, a lot of customers that want to know more about our product, what's going on inside.
Yeah.
So we sit down all together and say, okay, why we don't open a Gelato 101 class event? Let's make it fun where all the people can come, have fun or problem and learning the way what gelato is and how we make it and why we are different from other people.
Yeah.
So we started in October last year. We started with one day just to give it a try.
Yeah.
And at some point, there was a huge demand that we had to open 3 nights. It was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night. We run
sold out.
They just want to come and come.
2 hours a night, just teaching class, and people were having fun.
And loving it.
Loving it.
They're really interested.
So we got a good media attraction with that. It was a lot of newspaper, a lot of magazine, TV. This year again, so we didn't know what COVID happened, so we wanted to see. People were still asking, even though we were like close to the public, people were emailing us and saying, hey guys, are you guys going back with the gelato class? We're interested, please put it in the waiting list if you at some point gonna do it. Yeah. When we saw again the demand, obviously we want to abide by the guidelines of the BC health inspectors, right? Authorities. So what we decided to do is, okay, sit down, let's plan how we can change to make it safer for the people that's coming, but also safe for us.
For you, because you have a lot more to lose than just 6 people that you can teach.
Exactly. So we say, okay, let's sit down, let's see what other businesses are doing, say what the guidelines are in place, and how we can evolve to make it safe. And that's what we did. So we have, before they come in, we check the temperatures, the people is social distance, they have to wear masks,
and gloves.
They have to use hand sanitizer all the time. They have to wash hands properly all the time and regularly when they go back in the lab. All of this just to make it safe for everyone, right?
Which is, to be fair, it's going to be kind of something where our life is going to look like. It's going to look like at least for another year. Your life's going to look like that. We don't know until there's a vaccine or whatever craziness. Like, that's a different story. But like the fact that you guys are already doing that, people probably love that. Because they feel safe when they come here. Even it gets them out of their houses, it kind of changes their mentality, a little bit something different to do.
Well, that's what's happening to us. Is like it was a great demand. Because at the beginning you think, okay, people doesn't want to go out or maybe join this type of events, right?
Yeah.
But people was pushing and we just say, okay, let's try, let's open one night. Let's see if we get tickets sold. I was kind of skeptical at the beginning, but then we announced it in our social media, and boom, sold out all the classes until February. So we say, okay, let's open a second night to see what happened. Bam, sold out again. So like, okay, thank you for the support, but also the trust that they have given us in order to keep them safe and keep us safe.
That's amazing. Now, so let's transition a little bit here, because you guys, one thing I love a lot is when people, like businesses like yourself, where you guys have an expertise background. So you didn't have an expertise in gelato, you worked in it, you learned in it, and now you've taken it and now you're teaching it back. So you went from not knowing anything and learning to now knowing everything and teaching. So why do you enjoy teaching? Is it just something that because you wanted to add another revenue stream, or is it because you wanted to actually give your end audience something more to learn?
Well, it's different things. Like personally, I have always liked to teach everything that I know, right? So I think that knowledge is something that needs to be passed and not be held, right? Because once you die, you're gonna be remembered for something, right? Somewhere it's gonna be there. If you don't share that, I know that some people is afraid to share knowledge, to be replaced, right? That's the big scare, right? But for me, it's like the more I teach, the more I can share my knowledge, the happier I am.
And that's what I love about it a lot. Now, tell me what you guys have done. You guys transitioned last year. So this course was last year winter. COVID happens.
Oh, so
that changed completely.
Okay, so it was interesting for us because season was approaching. Right. So one of our locations, which is Stamps Landing, the Falls Creek, that one is seasonal. So we open it from April to October. Right? That one.
So you just closed it?
Exactly, we just closed it, right? So we were in March, we're getting again, okay, airport is ready. We have to open now again, Stamps Landing. And now we start the process of hiring. Now we need to get ready for the big season, right? Because at summer, good summer we're here.
It's busy.
It's busy, it's like we have to make 100 gelatos a day. Right?
Minimum.
So minimum. So we do a small, takes time, takes training, takes all of this. And then COVID happened. Everyone in a panic mood.
Freezes.
Business are shutting down.
Yeah.
What we do now?
Yeah.
Right? We had to lay off people.
Yeah.
The partners, we was Janer, Paddy, which is another partner. We were the three of us here, like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We have the stores closed.
Yeah.
But we need to do something. We can't, we need to survive, right? We cannot just sit around and see what's happening.
And pray. And
pray that hoping that something happens.
Yeah.
And I think when those moments of harsh, those moments when you have difficulties in life is when the people opportunities will come, right? You're ready to go and hunt it?
Yeah.
It will come out. So the three of us sit down and the other partners say, okay, people now is locked down, right? For sure they're getting sad.
Yeah.
Why we don't bring happiness to them? Gelato is happiness.
I like that.
So we started to say, okay, we don't have the platform, let's create it. Let's create in our website a way for people that they can order.
Yeah.
And us, we're from the retail side, let's try to, we don't know anything about delivering.
Yeah.
That has to have a system, that has to have a logistics.
Yeah, figuring it out.
Let's figure it out. Let's do it. So we the three of us producing, hand packing the pints. We started, we launched the program. We say at first we start doing it by friends.
Okay.
So we start putting in our own personal social media, the big Uno's social media. Hey guys, we're gonna do a delivery program.
Who's interested?
Bam! Friends of friends of friends.
Yeah.
We're like, wow, coming. Okay, let's put the website.
Yeah.
Let's launch it. Bam!
Yeah.
Okay, go. Deliveries, sold out. Our locations are Vancouver based, right?
Yeah.
It was the airport, it is downtown, and it's the KITSILANO area, right? So we're Vancouver
pretty small.
Based. It's small area, right?
If you're watching this outside of Vancouver, Vancouver is a very spread out city. They're just talking about like one little corner of the city.
Exactly. Yeah. So we had to drive to Kelowna, bring a bunch of pints there, and people happy there.
Pints. So Kelowna is about from here about 4.5 hours away. So it's like the fact that there's a whole other city in our province or state, so you guys in the States, that's about 4.5 hours drive, is quite a good demand, specifically for a product like this, because they're very localized, Vancouver-based, city of Vancouver-based business. Now, once you guys transitioned that was probably, so you opened your store, so you had this as a revenue stream, with your first one, then you had the course as your revenue stream number 2, and then number 3, now you have the deliveries. So it's like, you guys have just taken a business and then just really taken it aggressively and gone and built a real business out of it.
Yes, that's what we want. That's what we want to get the approach. As I told you, we want to go hard.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we want to reach the market, and we kind of found the way to get to those people that were not able to try our product. And the most amazing part now is that they are able to try it, to recognize us. And now they drive all the way here when they cannot place an order. They just drive here to get a cone.
Yeah.
And you just ask them, where are you coming from? I'm coming from Richmond, I'm coming from Maple Ridge, but my friend gave me like a pint of yours to try, and I just wanted to know
and they loved it.
And they're coming to the store.
Yeah. I'll add a little bit. So we've got, as you guys have noticed, we've got a few ice cream, or a few gelatos. And so it's sorbet?
So right now we just have a taste the mint chocolate chip, right?
Okay.
Gelato. It's made with fresh local mint that we get.
Okay.
Right? So no additives, no colorants, nothing. The fresh mint, we get the color and the flavor from the mint.
So all of it's from, even the color itself is directly from it. Let's give it a shot.
Itself.
You can taste the freshness of the mint.
Fresh mint, right? No overpowering, right? So when you go to other places, the first thing you see is like that bright green.
Yeah.
It's totally fake.
Yeah.
So we got a sorbeto, it's a mango tango sorbeto.
This is gonna be my favorite one already. I love mango.
Fresh mangoes.
Yeah.
Right? So we peel them. Very well balanced.
How was it?
I could eat this every day.
Well, we have the Akbar Mashti. So Akbar Mashti is a very interesting flavor that is originally from Iran, Persian community.
Yeah.
Right, so it's made with rose water, saffron, pistachio, lemon cherry cream. And people from the Persian community here in Vancouver goes crazy about this flavor. They come all the way from North Vancouver.
They love it.
Take pints of it because we were able to replicate what they get back home. And don't tell anyone, but according to them, we make it even better, right?
Really?
So
That's amazing. Like that flavor itself. So I grew up part of my life in India. Like I said, this tastes, well, you know, like we said earlier, it tastes like kulfi.
kulfi,
Like,
yeah.
People don't understand kulfi. Like that's literally tastes very, very similar to kulfi. And then this
And
one
that
is your
one
most
is
your most popular.
Most popular is our salted caramel, right? So we made the salted caramel. We made the dulce de leche first.
Oh yeah.
So dulce de leche,
yeah.
we make it with condensed milk, cooking it for 48 hours. So it's
Yeah.
a very long process, just like we do it in Colombia, Latin America, Argentina.
My wife's Uruguayan.
Uruguayan, so she might know
she does
something.
dulce de leche, yeah.
So and then we use Vancouver Island season,
Oh yeah.
right? So we
That's-
partnered up with that.
that's delicious.
We got it, right? So very well balanced, not too sweet.
Yeah.
Very, you can enjoy all the whole cup, right?
I would eat one of
And
these
we
every
have
single day.
many more flavors that.
And the reason why, like, I live in White Rock, and it's starting to become a new development. It's like when Burnaby a few years ago, Burnaby didn't exist, and now it's like all the towers, and it's all towers, all young audiences, a lot of ice cream. But over there, it's all ice cream. There's only like the traditional ice cream. There's no actually good gelato places.
Gelato.
And even if you did like you do like a seasonal store, like how you guys do in Falls Creek, I think you guys would absolutely smash it in.
Exactly. Well, right now we're gonna be working on. Hopefully next year we have these cards, these amazing gelato cards. We
Yeah.
have 4 of them.
Yeah.
So we're working out some things with the city permits and things like that
To be able to put
to
them on
be
the
able
street.
to deploy those
Yeah.
those cards to places that we're not able to get to.
Right.
Right? And yeah, as I told you, our main goal is to spread
As
as
fast
much
as you
as we
can.
can,
As much as we can,
and
yeah.
Fast as you
and
can.
as fast as we can, right?
Yeah. So now, because you guys' product is absolutely phenomenal. So one thing I want to kind of touch on a little bit here is you guys transitioned pretty heavily from running the store to the course, running this course and the store to deliveries because of COVID. Now, have you guys you guys just did a course online, the both of you,
Yes.
right? Have you ever considered teaching online and reaching a larger audience?
Yeah, that's one of the
That's good idea.
other things that I want to create at some point.
Yeah.
Once we have a talk with my partners, we've
Yeah.
been all in city, you know. At some point we're gonna grow a lot,
Yeah.
right? Our main goal is to have many stores
Yeah.
as much as we can. So at some point we want to open our own gelato school
Yeah.
to be able to teach
How to
our
do it.
people how to do it, you know, because you know one day we're gonna be in the States.
Yeah.
I cannot multiply. Right? So-
Yeah, but that's exactly why I'm asking,
Yeah.
right? Because if there's only one or maybe two of you that are you know the maestros of what you do, it's like how do you take that and amplify it at a larger audience?
Exactly.
Like yeah, the courses and the teaching people your in-house is great, but it's like the quickest way to do it is teaching people online. Right?
Exactly.
Like for example, to kind of give you guys some context, my uncle, his background, he's been doing cakes and like massive wedding cakes and kind of all that stuff. So as you guys saw a few years ago, there was Cake Boss, which is a huge TV show.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. So it's like we took that concept and I helped him create a course, take it online, and teach online. So he still does his in-person trainings all the time. He still does his cakes online, but now he's teaching people from all over the world how to do cakes and how to do beautifully designed cakes, all from the comfort. Because what ends up happening is you record it one time. So let's say tonight you guys are doing a course. You have some cameras, some people that can come and help you record the whole thing in first person, because if someone has some basic ingredients, they could probably make a small version at home.
Yeah,
Am I guessing?
they
You got like one of those KitchenAid things. You could probably make something.
Homemade ice cream
maker at
makers.
home, and you could use the same theory that you use like here to teach people online. Now, what you're selling for $50 or $59 in person can pretty much double or triple in person, and then sell it for $59 online.
Yeah,
Now
that's
your
just
revenue
a good idea.
increases massively, and then if people want to come in person, now they are actually serious. And one thing that we've realized with some of the companies that we've worked with in the past, with a similar business model to you guys, and especially for how aggressively you guys are growing in marketing, is when you transition to online, the people that were kind of interested now will buy it because they can do it on their own time. Number one. And number two, the ones that were interested and come in, you can kind of start, if you want to expand, you're going to need more people to help run the stores, or I don't know if you guys want to do a franchising, like you could find internally your own franchise model from just teaching people how to
Exactly.
do that. And a lot of my clients that have implemented a very similar strategy to you guys, that's how they were able to grow extremely fast, because they just did it from teaching people and then finding the people that were interested in opening their own store but using your guys' brand. And if you kind of think about it, that's what you did. You started it, then you brought him on board, and you brought the rest of the investors on board, and then it's like just duplicating the model. Now, outside of that, from a marketing perspective, you guys are doing some pretty cool things. I think you guys mentioned you're doing something with the Canucks coming up pretty soon.
Yes, so from the whole month of November, one of our partners, Paddy, is very close with the Canucks Autism Association network.
Okay.
So he got able to get us a partnership with them.
Okay.
So we're gonna be promoting this the whole month of November. They're gonna be promoting them in their social media.
So the Autism Network's gonna promote it as well.
It's called CAN. Canucks Autism Network. And we're gonna be promoting it, but the goal is to do a lot of sales, because from every sales online or in-store of our pints, we're gonna give to the association, to the network, 10% of our sales.
Okay.
Right?
So it's kind of like a give back charity program.
Exactly.
So they're forcing sales to you, and if any sales come from you guys are giving it back to them.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful cause running by beautiful people. We got the opportunity to know one of them, which is one kind of the one that's promoting. His name is Bob Shanks. He himself, he got autism. But he's an amazing person that he has raised more than $200,000 himself for that network.
For the network itself. That's
right?
amazing.
So that's when you see these kind of people taking things to the limit, it's like, wow,
it's inspiring.
Inspiring, right? See these people
he's
doing
it by
amazing
himself, He's doing it by himself.
So we're glad that we're partnering up with them, and we're expecting a huge amount of sales in November.
Absolutely, because they've got a huge reach themselves. Not only is it their network, but they've got all the Canucks that go back them up, and the team and everybody else that comes with it.
Canucks is a very huge, as they don't know.
Vancouver Canucks.
It's a Vancouver Canucks, the hockey teams and all this. So it's huge. It's huge, and we're waiting for big results, right?
That's awesome. So now, obviously, we're going into you guys are already sold out. So if you guys were watching this and you want to come learn from them, maybe get on their waiting list for next year. Because the courses in person are going to be next year, because they're sold out till February, which is crazy in my opinion. I absolutely love that. What's the goal going into 2021?
Our goal into 2021 is gonna be I cannot share all the big secrets that we have, but if everything works out, we're gonna be expanding more. We're gonna be
opening more opportunities.
Hopefully more stores and more partnership with other businesses and companies. So if everything goes good, we're gonna be able.
COVID slows down a little bit.
We are still aggressive. We are still aggressive. Even COVID, even COVID.
Now, one of the things that I did want to kind of bring up is, we can kind of circle back is, I would love to see what you guys do over the next little bit from an aggressive standpoint. I think you guys are phenomenal there. Is a lot of collabs, right? Like you guys I mentioned earlier, it's like asking, have you done anything where it's like collaborating, whether it's with an alcohol company or with somebody else? Because like what you guys are doing a collab next month, that's technically what you guys are doing, the Canucks Autism Network, because you're reaching into their network, they're reaching into your network. But it's like using your expertise with another alcohol company or something else, like you guys can blend and kind of come together. A lot of breweries are now starting to do that with whiskey distilleries and kind of all the and different things, because they're collabing a brewery audience and then a whiskey audience. Like, who else would you guys have you guys considered doing something like that for your audience?
Yes, well, usually I have worked and I like to make gelato with alcohol. That's one of my favorites one to make. And so next month I'm gonna create a flavor that's gonna be rum raisin.
Nice.
Right? So it's gonna be in our 2 stores online available, but also the people that's coming to our classes are gonna be able to make it themselves. As we know, rum is made from sugarcane and it's not a Canadian spirit, right? But here in BC, we were able to find one type of rum, but they make it with honey. So it's a local type of rum produced. It has 1 gold medal, so that's gonna be next month. Always Uno try to partner up with local producers. Right? Our first approach is to look first local, as much as we can to get the best. Right?
So it keeps the core pretty strong of the company.
Exactly. So that's what we do. So that's what's coming next month. We're gonna be working with this company.
Nice.
And along the way, we always work with, we get the berries from the Fraser Valley, from all these farms that locally. We work with Avalon, which is a local milk producer.
Yeah.
So they're organic, they have the best milk in the area.
Sweet. Now, obviously, we don't want to take too much of your time up here either, is where can people find you?
Hey guys, so this is Andres from Uno Gelato. You can find our products in our 2 locations that are open in the all year round, in KITSILANO, and the other one in the Vancouver Convention Center. There is a 3rd location that is open in seasonal in between April and October in Stamps Landing. But most important, now you can get our product in our online website, which is unogelato.com/shop. You can go there and buy all the pints, and we're gonna deliver it to you to your home.
And from what it sounds like, they're willing to go pretty far, like all the way to Kelowna. So if you guys are in Kelowna or anywhere in the GVRD Fraser Valley even, don't hesitate to support their business. I'm definitely going to be supporting the business now that I know you guys do delivery. I live in White Rock, so I'll have you guys delivering to White Rock soon.
Yeah.
Support your locally owned businesses. So if you're looking at this episode, thanks guys for being on this one.
We're glad that all the people get to know us.
Absolutely. We'll make sure people get to know you guys, and we'll get some solid promotion behind this one. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys real soon.
Thank you so much.
This specific episode has been absolutely fun. Not only did I get to try some gelato, understand how it's made, why they got into it, as you guys saw, this is a passion-filled business. They came from literally not knowing anything in the business world, not knowing anything in the gelato world, to opening this location and then eventually 3 more locations after that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and kind of go and give them a follow, go and give them a support, especially if you're in downtown Vancouver or in the Vancouver region. Come out here, come and try their gelato, because trust me, I've tried a lot of gelato in my day, and theirs is absolutely phenomenal. So go and give them a follow, or come and try their gelato, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Locally Owned. This one's been one epic episode.